we up so much that's like when that happens, it feels like an avalanche is coming.
Bro, like I've been cut from teams before. Obviously, I'm not going to do the same things I did that I got cut for.
Yeah.
On the next team.
Hope you would learn.
If I wasn't honest about it, I think it's pretty obvious anyway.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to Offscript, the official Valorant podcast for NRG, sponsored by Spectrum, of course. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We had some matches and whatnot. But first, don't forget to drop a comment down below to tell us who you'd like to see next as a guest. We got some very special guests here today. I mean, we got Ry, who's
Very special.
the second man behind the scenes, bro. Without him, the whole boat goes down, right?
I don't know about that, but it is good to be here. First time on the pod, so
It's good to have you, man.
thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Of course.
I appreciate that.
Is it? We also got Mike's here for the first time. Welcome to NRG. Welcome to Offscript,
I'm just
bro.
gonna look at Adam the entire time. We have an audience today.
Yeah. The whole squad is still here. They're just scared to get in the shot. So I mean, yeah, it is what it is, I guess. But other than that, we got, of course, the all-star core, bro. We got Finesse, we got Ethan. We're
Hello,
chilling.
guys. It's been a while.
What's up? Yeah. So, right, tell us a little bit about the behind-the-scenes stuff that you've seen. How about that? Like,
Okay,
because
yeah.
you've
I'll kick it
seen-
off.
We're gonna bleep it. You've definitely seen some shit.
Yeah, for sure. I have seen some shit for sure. I mean, in terms of that question, like, what exactly do you want to hear? Like, just stories
What's it
about
like working with these guys every day? I mean, you have a interesting group of players, no? Yo, Sam, stop laughing in the back.
very
If
interesting.
you laugh one more time, you got to get in the shot, bro.
Yeah, actually, a little bit of context, guys. I'm actually filling in today for Sam. Rough day at practice for him. So, he was like, "Hey, can you fill in?" I had to be a W manager, and it's a W manager moment. Would you say? All right. No, working with these guys, it's fun. It's cool. They're very dedicated to the game. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm sure, like, the average person doesn't really see with these guys, but very dedicated. Overall, very good guys. Solid group. Yeah, man. I don't know. Not much more to say other than that, but I do have stories about them too. We can dive into that
we
later
will
for sure.
Yeah.
Stories.
Oh, story, buddy. You're the center of those
he's
stories.
like, which one? He's got a whole Google Doc.
Guys,
you know what I mean?
the head of the stories, actually.
Just one last thing before we move on to Mike's. Like, what you've been through a bunch of iterations of NRG. How do you feel about like this current state? With the Broctagon being involved and Mike's being here. Like, how are the overall vibes been from your POV?
It feels a lot better than it has been from the start of the season, for sure.
You don't have to be a stepdad to anybody anymore?
No, not even that. I mean, all these guys, I'm kind of like, I kind of help them in that way as well. So
Really?
it's not only just like, people that were a part of the team before, or even if they're a part of the team now, it's like, I try to keep it, give everybody the same hospitality that I would, regardless if they're going to be leaving or not, or joining, or, you have to just kind of keep it that way. But yeah.
So professional, bro.
Such a
PR answer. I don't like
that.
this.
That was definitely the most PR answer ever, bro.
Who's the least favorite person you've ever managed?
That's how you have to do it. Like, I'm not just because I know someone's leaving, I'm not going to treat them like less. Like, that's just that's not how it goes.
By the way, he basically said he is your guys' daddy, though.
Yeah,
like,
no, for sure.
I just want to get your guys' take on that.
sure.
Does it feel that way? Like, is he daddy?
Look, can we move on?
Yeah, we can fucking move on for sure.
It's a ridiculous statement.
Yeah. Yo, Mike's, what was it like getting that call, and finally getting the opportunity to like come back to, being able to coach
Yeah, I mean,
in VCT?
John messaged me one night just saying that we need to set up a call and then talk to Jamie, the GM. So it was kind of a situation where most of the off season, I knew this year that more teams were probably going to make changes just because of like the schedule. It's way more spread out than years past. But it's just kind of like make sure I keep working on all my skills during the off season.
How do you like exactly work on skills in the off season as a coach?
Yeah, so I did a lot of like individual coaching for people just so I can help like get more experience for myself working with different players, because I think it's very easy. Like, since I was on 100 Thieves for 2.5 years, you can get very used to working with like the same personalities of players over time. But doing like individual coaching introduces you to like different levels of players, like tier 3, tier 2, people that have never competed before. And just like their personalities as well, because people need to be coached like differently to learn different things. So I think that's definitely helped me like adapt a lot more.
Yeah, so you've been applying some of that to like this team and whatnot, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That's what's up, bro. Yeah. So let's get into the first 2 weeks, right? You guys went 1-1. It's like, obviously you want to go undefeated, you know, and of course, for some reason, Cloud9 is like your guys' bane, your kryptonite. Why is that, bro? Like, why can't you guys just close out a goddamn series against this team?
How did that go? We lost map 1, right?
We won map 1,
Oh, we won map
Lotus,
1.
then we lost Fracture,
That's
and
right.
then Pearl was 13-9.
So for some reason, Zeppa just like has like a highlight reel game every single time against you guys on Fracture.
I mean, he actually is playing well right now too. He played well against Lev as well. But I think that whole Cloud9 team's gotten a lot better overall. And as far as our problems, a lot of them stem from the fact that we were trying to do things a little too quickly. It felt like, if I were to dissect the game, versus Cloud9, we just were like our pace was so randomly fast when it came to decision making. And it's not always the case. We take our time a lot of the times, and we step by step a lot of the situations that we're in. In that one, we were skipping a lot of steps, it felt like. And we were also losing very, very key close rounds. And I said this in an interview after the game as well. It's like all the rounds we won were very, very clean. And then all the rounds they won, it was like scrappy, and we would just lose like a really bad 1v3, 2v4, things like that. And that's credit to them as well, because they're winning those key rounds for themselves. But for us, it's like we got to be better in those situations and communicate better and try our best to like close those rounds out. And we just didn't, and paid for it.
I noticed, like, because I watched the VOD over because I had to, you know, cast the C9 Lev game, and I just wanted to, like, just see a little bit of tendencies. But Cloud9 right now have a playstyle where they're just, like, it's almost like it's so puggy. Like, remember that stuff that I used to do in scrims where I would just run through a smoke?
Yeah, they're just flowing.
They do that
Yeah.
all the time. Like, that was the clear game plan against you guys. Could you, like, feel that? Like, at some point of the series where you're like, bro, they're just going to run through the smoke. Like, we got to, like, hold this.
Yeah. But also just, like, in the game, even though they won the game, it always felt like we were the better team. Mm-hmm. And that's the frustrating part about losing, is like we were playing. I don't know if we were playing like the better team, but we felt like we were the better team just based on certain situations and how cleanly we were winning the rounds we were winning. But they were just scrappy, and they got away with a lot of things that were, I would say, they capitalized on our mistakes a ton. Yeah. And those are not mistakes that we consistently make, so it's just bad on us and good for them.
So on Pearl, bro, Ethan, you had like probably the roughest series I've seen you have in, I don't know, like probably since you came to Valorant.
Yeah.
Like just unlucky day. Like what was it? Just like the synchronicity was off a little bit. I noticed that with the neon, it seemed like it's kind of what you were saying. It was a little bit too fast paced. Like the neon, it was just going in way too far ahead sometimes, and I feel like as the Yoru, it's kind of tough to keep up with that pace. But.
It's a little difficult, but I mean we practiced it and we drilled it. But that was also, I think, the first time I've ever opted in a pro game before, and probably the last. So
yeah, was that what you guys realized out of that one?
Yeah.
It's also just like a lot of the shots we were running, our timings were very off.
That's what I was.
Our timings, things that we practiced, it felt off. And it was off when we rewatched it over. It's like, why are we not aware of this specific timing, or like, why are we running in so fast or so slow? Again, our pace was just completely different in that match. And I think it came down to them, like their defense was really good. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. But overall, I felt like there were so many rounds we should have and could have closed out and outplayed them in the macro and still ended up losing the round. And that's the more frustrating thing to come out from. And then after, again, something I said in an interview is like, I'm pretty proud of the team because we still played overall well in comparison to like, you know, what could have happened. Like we could have just got like, you know, it could have been much worse.
It could have been a complete and utter stomp, like 13-1 Leviathan.
Yeah. So it's like nobody really gave up or anything. People weren't tilting. The attitude was really good. The comms were good. We just couldn't close out the rounds. Yeah. And when you have an issue it's huge, but in this grand scheme of things, it's like small. You're able to go back into the prac room and, you know, fix the issues that you had. And that gives me a lot more faith in the future than if we were like horrible.
Yeah, dude. So I was getting absolutely dragged on Twitter, VLR, Reddit, because I casted your guys' game against Furia.
Yeah.
Right? Like it basically, my whole narrative in this was, I know you guys watch the VODs. I know you're going to see those timing mistakes and you're going to fix them. And then when you ran back the Pearl, I was just extremely impressed because I was like, wait a second, like
Yeah, we
you
fixed
guys
a lot.
had, like you looked way more comfortable because the timings were just way more on point. You guys looked clean as hell. I mean, you only dropped 6 rounds in the last 2 maps. And that's why I was getting like most of the flame because I was just gassing you guys up the whole time. But it's like,
Yeah.
bro,
Appreciate that.
What do you want me to say? I'm not biased. I'm just based, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what am I
Facts.
supposed to say? Like, what did Furia do good in the 6 rounds they won? But I'm not gonna lie though. I was looking at this guy's face and Mike's face, which Mike's you usually have like no emotion. You're pretty like a stable guy, bro. After that first map though, yo. What were the combos like after that one, bro?
That's just a confusing loss, but we
Dude,
again, it came down to the
what was
same
going on,
same
bro?
thing as the Cloud9 thing. We just lost so many key rounds. We lost a bonus that we should never lose. 2 people hiding tree.
Yeah, bro.
Again, they played well that round. I guess like overstacking A. It's like in my head, I would call that round over again, and 9 out of 10 times the team isn't for.
You guys would clear it or something.
Yeah, like
right?
or that, or just they're not 2A. And I remember Sam apologizing after that round. And I'm like, bro, like I didn't even expect there to be 2 people's tree at 30 seconds after we've made noise.
And
C.
he baited. He actually
Yeah,
baited.
it was good.
So
They
long,
played the round
bro.
well and they had a good read. So it's like they stuck to their stack and it worked out in their favor. And we didn't do a good job clearing it. Also, just losing both pistols, you're gonna end up like on the back foot, you know. And we weren't able to close out those rounds. So it's the same thing as the Cloud9 situation. Like you have to be able to close out rounds that you have an advantage in. And if you're not able to do that, then the other team's just going to gain so much momentum, ults, all that stuff, and then they just roll over you.
What were the vibes like, from your POV and yours, Mike's? Because you probably had to bring the team back a little bit, being the head coach.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it after, and I think the biggest difference, I mean, between like map 1 and the other 2 maps, like credit to them, they actually had a good game plan, like to start that first half.
Lotus might be their best map. I'm going to be honest.
Has to be now, right?
They look good at Lotus.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Because obviously we watched their G2 VOD and we saw some things that we thought we could exploit, and they started off really well exploiting kind of some of the stuff that we were doing. I think we were more so in some like uncomfortable positions on defense that we didn't really know how to like work our way out of. But then after we were down 5-1, we came back 6-6, and then I think there's a few more things that we talked about like detail wise. Like we had the tree round where they had 2 there with like a stinger and a bulldog. We had a few C post plans where we weren't fully on the same page, and that was kind of the thing. Like versus C9, we won map 1 because we did all of our details like right, and everyone was like super focused on doing like all the steps right and calming and playing off each other. Fracture, they had more stuff than us. Like we weren't as good of a Fracture team than we were versus Furia. And then Pearl was kind of the same thing where it's like versus C9, we lost the first like 3 or 4 rounds because we messed up like so many of our own things.
Yeah.
And then Vic, it's like a 1v3 and then you're down like 6-0 because of that. Like a miracle 1v3, but it's like we fucked up so much that's like when that happens, it feels like an avalanche is coming, and we still came back.
Yeah.
And then versus Fury, we started off with kind of the same stuff where it's like we're missing like small details, are not fully playing off each other, but going into map 2 and 3, like we just kept executing everything like perfectly. Everyone played off each other. Everyone was on the same page. So it's kind of like they didn't really stand a chance at that point because we were doing all the things that we wanted to do like correctly.
Yeah, you guys completely shut them out of the game. I mean, it was like night and day between map 1 and map 2. Ry, bro. Do you play like any type of role like in between maps? Like, do you try to like help the players out? Like, are you there like when everyone's grouped up? Like, yo, what the fuck went wrong in the first map?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm always there for them, like, you know, in between maps, after the map, before the match, everything like that. But I kind of just like read the room, you know, like I can tell like based off their facial expressions, like if they lose a map or even if they win a map, like what to say, when to say it, you know, type of vibe. I'd say 90% of the time I probably don't say much other than, you know, GG or good stuff. You played great out there, you know.
Reset.
Or like it's all good, everything's chilling, just, you know. But majority of the time it's like I kind of just let them do their thing, you know. I'm not trying to even put any type of like thoughts in their head that can kind of fuck with them, just because I know they've been here, they've done that, they've been in this situation so many times. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm there for them if they need like, you know, energy drinks and, you know, coffee refill, water, gum. Yeah, literally, like that's matches like that. It's more so like that.
Trolling,
But
bro.
no, I know you. It's funny though.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just kind of just knowing when to say it or I guess like what you're going to even say to them. But for the most part, I just chill, do my own thing, and if they need something, they let me know.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Now, Ethan, bro, you like obviously you had like that one-off series where like the Yoru was just not working, but then you get back. Is the confidence back in full effect, or did you always know like, nah, that was a dud?
No, I always knew. I mean, after the first game, I just instantly knew what was wrong. So it's not like if you play that bad, there's something like very apparent that's
Fundamentally,
wrong. You know?
yeah.
If
It's
you have
not even
like
all your fault.
Yeah. Well, even like obviously like there's a lot of individual stuff you do wrong to even play that badly. So it's pretty easy to fix.
Yeah, you've been on powerhouse rosters before, Ethan, like in CS. Not only that, but in Valorant as well. How does playing with this group of guys, how has it been shaping out for you? Like, how are there any similarities to other teams in the past? Like, are you getting like any type of good vibes like that? Like,
Yeah.
maybe a potential crazy run to be going on?
Yeah, it's good vibes when I can tell because I've been on a bunch of different teams with a bunch of different people, and it's easy to tell like when roles click because I've had teams where the roles just do not click at all. And not even talking about like agents and that kind of stuff, but just like where people play their role in the team. And when it's up in the air, usually teams look pretty bad, but when you lock it down and everyone's really confident, that's when like teams actually start to look good as a team.
Yeah.
You can always have like the individual performances by like certain people, but your team play starts looking really good.
I think one of the most impressive things that I've seen from you guys this year, like, has just been when there's those little snippets of what the comms are like. Because in the previous iterations of your guys' roster, I felt like you guys were always lacking like the energy, man, like, or like just a little bit of hypeness in your voice. It was always very calm, very like professional. And I feel like now you guys have like a little bit more fire. Like you guys sound more passionate about the game. Is there anything that's a testament to that? Is it like having the young kid like Mata? Is it like Brock coming in? Like what really was the difference?
Okay, for me, I prefer like calm communication unless urgency is needed. And that's only because you can actually tell the two apart. If everyone is urgent all the time and screaming every comm, it looks or sounds hype to like the fans and stuff, but like when you're playing in the game and I'm getting the information in my brain, it's like, why is everyone yelling?
Yeah.
And it you kind of get this sense of like, is everyone like on edge? And that's not good either. So I kind of want, personally for me, I like it when people are like stable and emotionally stable in the game and like are able to just communicate what they see without it being urgent for no reason all the time.
Yeah.
And I think that also helps the like, and then when you start winning rounds, there's always gonna be that higher sense of like there's that momentum there. So you kind of feel that adrenaline and you kind of see people start like getting more hype. But I feel like critical comms that need to be given to your opponent or to your teammates in the middle of rounds always has to be calm. Like it can't be hectic because that's when you'll misinterpret things or misunderstand something, and then that's where like the mistakes that you saw against Cloud9, for example, that's when those things happen. Is like someone doesn't hear something they have to hear, or we don't know there's a specific player that's playing this spot, so then the next person peeks into an op all of a sudden. Those kinds of things. So for me, I think the best environment are ones where like people can stay hype and like mentally and not feel like they have to get hyped for no reason, just be themselves, but also be able to calm like the correct things and say them in a calm voice so everyone can hear it and then even repeat it sometimes.
Yeah.
But if everyone's doing it, then it gets bad.
Yeah, I mean, it gets Cloud9. Sam's popping up out of his chair, and then all of a sudden,
I mean, that's different though, right? Because that's like after the round.
Pop off,
yeah, that part like is
But, like,
completely different.
That's what I'm saying. Like I never really saw that. Like you guys would like win rounds like that and just to the next.
I think Sam and Adam are really good about like bringing that kind of like relief.
Yeah.
And I think it gets it out of like other people too, because like Brock is like pretty quiet, but especially if those two are like, especially in the Furia match, I think even Brock was like talking more than usual, like after he like around than he normally would. So I think when you have like a few people like that on a roster, it's good because it kind of is like a relief for everyone. Because otherwise, if it's people are full serious the entire time, I think the pressure kind of just builds up like too much. It can be like very draining for people. So I think it's like a good mix of everyone.
Yeah, that's what I've enjoyed the most, honestly. And then I kind of just want to go to a look ahead, right? Because your strength of schedule, I believe, is it's up there, I think, right? So you guys are
Yeah.
1-1 right now. You have to play against G2 next, and then MIBR, which we'll get into. Then you close out with Lev, but like a Lev that's going to be on week 5 now, and it's not going to be just like the beginning of their roster. So the strength of schedule, I just want to get your guys' opinion on it, like everybody here, and also like how you feel going up against the runners-up of Bangkok.
Who wants to start?
I can start.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think ever once in my Valorant career I've looked at like another team in a group or a bracket and have been like, that team is the best team, like they're unbeatable.
Yeah.
I think especially like the more G2 games we've watched, obviously it's like good for us because we have a large amount of odds on them, and I think we're a team that can take advantage of that well. But I think I just have like the utmost belief that if we do everything that we want to do in a game and we use our week well, that was one thing that we talked about the other day. If we plan out every week, I don't think there's any team that we can't beat. It's just mostly like that planning part, because if we just come into practice and just scrim to scrim the entire week, then it's like, yeah, other teams are probably going to be more prepared than us. But watching G2, I think MIBR has been kind of impressive because they've had like a turnaround with their roster pretty quickly, which I think is pretty rare overall. I mean, you look at a lot of the rosters that have made like one change or so, it's pretty hard to get like everything going immediately.
Yeah.
So I think that's like credit to those guys. But I mean, watching the G2 game, I think we also know kind of like what their style is. And I think for us, it's something that we play well into, where they kind of play like, not systematic, but they play like very structured, very fundamental. And I think Jaws kind of brought ways that they can be like more aggressive, but it's very like rotation style based, like taking map control. There's not as much like random stuff going on. So I think that's a good style for us to like play into.
Yeah, to add to that, I mean, when you look at our schedule, obviously on paper it looks hard, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but then again, like so is the other group. Every opponent that you're going to face in VCT is probably going to give you some sort of a challenge, no matter who it is. And right now, I think G2 fundamentally is definitely the best team in like Americas right now, just overall, just based off what they've proven this year. But that being said, like exactly what Mike said, it's like everybody is beatable, number one, if you're able to play at your best. So it's a challenge for us to have to play at our best. For example, versus Cloud9, like I said, we weren't capable of even getting to that level, not even close. And it's on us. And I think that's what I love about competing in general too. It's like, you know, at the end of the day, it's on you and up to you, like how, like what you show and how much you've prepared against a certain team or a certain match or whatever. And like, obviously odds wise are not favored for us, at least in the public eye.
Yeah.
But not a single person that competes goes into a match thinking
You're
like,
gonna lose.
no, it's not even that. It's like, no person goes into a match thinking
like a
we're not
free
the
win.
best.
Yeah.
You have to go in thinking you're the best, but you also know what you're capable of and what your team is capable of when we play at our best. So it's just a big, like, I think a harder schedule just means it's a bigger challenge for us to have to get to our level, like the highest level we can get to. And if we can get to that point, like Mike said, it's like very hard to beat us.
Okay. Ethan, do you feel like this next match is going to be like the real challenge of like, okay, do we have our shit together? Because, you know, first match, like you said, it was a little bit off. Also just like first time with Brock. Second match, you guys looked a lot more clean, right? On the last 2 maps at least. And now like from the outside in, I feel like this is like the test. Like, is it all coming together, you know? Because you're going to play up against, like you said, like one of the most fundamentally sound teams in the game right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, every week's different. Depends on how you prep for the team you're gonna play next. But kind of like tying into what John said, if you can consistently like reach at least close to your peak as a team, it just helps your chances of winning. There's always gonna be like the random rounds where people pop off and everything like that. And I think we have a team good enough to kind of like, it's gonna become normal for that to happen, and that's when you know you're good. But yeah, the basic stuff, like the foundation and all that, every week you just have to kind of refine even more and more. So I think it'll be a good test against a good team.
And are you guys still like under the impression that like, oh, we are getting the most out of practice? Because like when we first shot, you know, at the beginning of Mike's you coming in, they were talking about how like this is the most efficient the practice has been.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So you're still staying on track then?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, our practice overall has always been great. Like ever since like even prior roster, but more so now. It's like we kind of know what we need to work on. We watch our VODs back and we see what's going wrong and we're consistently able to fix those things. And it's not just that, it's that so many people on the team have opinions on what they can do better and like are so self-critical that the progression is quick because of that as well. So that obviously helps us get to our ceiling, you know, a lot faster than we would otherwise. And I think that's the, calm down, right?
Yo, relax, bro.
Sorry, bro. That water bottle was following me, bro.
But that kind of...
Yeah, I was going to say that, like, kind of helps us get to our ceiling as fast as we can.
Yeah.
When everybody is consistently efficient and looking at not just the team, but themselves and, like, what they can do better and improve. Everyone's routine seems good. Everyone gets into practice, kind of has ideas, but also is able to listen to the things myself or Mike's have to say. And we have a consistent plan for every single practice. So it's been the same for like the last 2-3 weeks now. It's just like, it always just comes down to how you can execute in the match and what your game plan is in a match. And for example, someone like a team like G2, we just can't make those kinds of mistakes. That, for example, the ones we made against Cloud9 and stuff. So that's the advantage, is like we played Cloud9, we played Furia. We kind of get it. Like we have a good sense of what our mistakes were and what mistakes we're prone to making, so we can avoid those things for G2, hopefully.
Well, we got to get to the juice. I mean, the match after G2 is going to be MIBR. I mean, there's no question about this one. I mean, we got Verno.
What's the juice? What?
We got Verno on the other team.
We sure do.
Listen, is this like... I take you guys not as like that invested into stuff like that, but is it kind of like an emotional attachment at all? Like, do you feel like an extra push to want to win this?
It should be funny.
Yeah.
From a fan perspective, I totally get it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
From my personal perspective, it's just another match, as hard as that might be to believe for other people, just because I've played so many matches and I always treat them the same way. It's like, we have to win this game or whatever. And there's always like specific reasons in the narrative why you have to win. It's like, oh, Verno's on the other team, we have to win. But it's not really about that. At the end of the day, like we have to be the best team we can be in our group. And that means being able to beat everyone. So whoever's in our way, we have to win.
I have to ask you guys a question. Did you guys see that like post-game interview that he had where like you didn't watch it? Ry, you know what I'm talking about?
I saw it.
Yo, Ry, how come when this guy was on Offscript, he was so quiet, but then he did this interview and he was just like a completely different human. He was the perfect human being, bro.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much to comment on all that, but when he was here, he was awesome. He was pretty chill, normal guy. Not much of like a guy in front of the cam, you know. Yeah. But after seeing that interview,
I was so comfortable.
Yeah,
like,
I was not surprised. I was just more like happy for him, you know, because he did look like he was in like a better environment and like situation. So happy for the kid. He's been crushing it so far. So I mean, our match should be pretty good to watch. It's gonna be a good game for sure.
Is it like, do you think like it's gonna help that you played with him, like you know his tendencies and stuff, or you just think it's gonna come down to just overall team play? Because I mean, MIBR has like some shooters now, man.
I mean, they're good.
They've been.
We have to plan for that separately whenever the time comes, and then see, you know, what we can do to exploit some things that they do. But one thing I will say about Verno is like, from the outside perspective, and it might look like, you know, we didn't like. Maybe we didn't do enough to like, or maybe we did more than we should have or said more than we should have about like why he was replaced or whatever. But realistically, like, what choice do we have? Like, we're asked in a podcast, like, hey man, what happened?
Yes.
You know, we have to give you guys a reason.
Yes.
So I'm not trying to really defend us or
and it's
like
not
what we
going to go well either way.
Yeah,
it's
like no matter what, it looks bad no matter what, because he's such a young kid and he has so much growing to do as like a player and a person. But realistically, like I'm not sad or like, I don't know. We didn't have like a super close relationship or anything like that.
Yeah,
but
I mean, he was still pretty fresh, right? So,
yeah, like, but that being said, like you guys talked about like his demeanor now,
it's
like on stage. Yeah. And then bro, like I've been cut from teams before. Obviously, I'm not going to do the same things I did that I got cut for.
Yeah.
On the next team.
You would hope you would learn.
Like, yeah,
Right?
Isn't that like common sense? It's like people learn from their mistakes, and he's obviously maybe he doesn't feel like it was a mistake, or if he didn't make any mistakes, and that's okay as well. But truthfully, like I do see that like he seems more. Just I've seen like some like match comms and stuff like that, and he seems like way more into it, and I think that's a good thing. And he's like seems not completely different or anything, but he seems more. I don't know what the word is, just like more hype and happier, which then it works out for both parties. You know, because we're happy with Brock, he's happy there,
Like
and I think at the end of the day, like
again.
yeah, and at the end of the day, like it was a good fit. It was a good decision for both parties. So I don't like look too much into it, but. Yeah, the narratives will always be that we're the bad guys for,
right?
making a change that we felt like was necessary, and there's no way for me to defend that without making him look like shit, essentially. So we just don't say anything and then just leave it at that. But I think it is good that like he's potentially learned from like things that he might have done wrong here, and then like changing those things for his own team now.
Before we start doing some like cool segments and stuff, I just want to talk about the significance of Toronto with you one last time, because obviously hometown, right? You want to be there. I think everyone wants to be there, right?
Yeah.
Be cool.
Like you want to be back at an international. He said it'd be cool. How important is this, like truly?
It's the same as every other Masters, man. I'll be honest, because you feel the same. Like you're still on the VCC stage, still trying to qualify. So it doesn't come down to whether if it was Toronto, if it's Bangkok, if it's
champs.
Africa, I don't know. Literally anywhere. It could literally be anywhere in the world. It wouldn't make a difference in a sense that you kind of still have the same goal. You want to make as many Masters as you can because you only have, a few chances. And we missed out on the first one, so we're hungrier now.
Okay, so the fact that it's Toronto is not adding some extra pressure onto
Not really,
you. It's
no.
just you're just like, yo, we need to be there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what
Yeah.
it is. Okay, that's what's up. All right. Let's start pivoting to the op.gg profile reviews. We've done this. I think we did this in the last episode, and we're going to do it here again.
It's time for Profile Peekers, brought to you by op.gg, the essential platform for every Valorant player aiming to dominate their rank. op.gg goes beyond just stats. It gives you a comprehensive breakdown of your entire match history, pinpointing exactly where you shine and where you stumble. Track your accuracy, agent performance, headshot percentage, KDA, and even how well you perform on each map. Use personalized analytics to identify your strengths, spot your weaknesses, and discover actionable insights to elevate your gameplay. Ever wondered if your new agent is working for you or just tanking your MMR? Curious if your clutch factor has improved? op.gg makes it easy to analyze and optimize your strategy, turning guesswork into proven results. We've gathered anonymous op.gg profiles submitted by you, the NRG community, and our pros are ready to dive in. They'll provide expert feedback, valuable advice, and yes, maybe a little bit of roasting to help you climb higher. But if you want to be featured next, download the op.gg desktop app at the link below to set up your profile today, submit your stats, and find out if you've really got what it takes.
All right, this first profile is going to be from NRG Tina at Hypercore with a 0 on X. Here, I'm just going to pass this one down. You guys do what you got to do. Bronze 1, by the way.
What does that mean?
Do you guys have any feedback?
Bronze 1?
Any funny comments about the champs that are being played?
Let's see, what champs are being played?
How can
Deadlock,
NRG Tina get out of Bronze 1, yo?
Killjoy
Bronze 1 is the trend, like the true trenches. I mean,
Don't queue with me.
And this is
yo,
we're
what
guessing,
rank are
that.
you, bro?
we're guessing their
I should be bronze 3.
their Valorant rank.
No, just give some advice. We already got the rank there. Just give some advice. What can NRG Tina do to get out of Bronze 1?
Well,
Become a Radiant player.
Find
like
a W
yourself.
duo like myself,
need a duo.
and then that duo will carry you to the promised land.
Yeah. Just get boosted.
77% body shots. Maybe we aim more for the head,
Ooh.
and then
I think I'm also a body shot.
I am too. I don't know how I won
I'm the
matches,
same
bro.
way, bro.
only 20 hours.
20 hours played is not enough.
That's not bad.
Step number 1. You got to play the game.
So you gotta grind harder. What are you
gotta play the
doing?
game, man.
20, Ra, how many hours you put in? More than 20, surely.
Thousands.
No. Oh, you're saying like overall? I've definitely overall I've put in more
This
than 20
act,
hours.
this
It's
act.
probably 0. I haven't played at all.
Wow,
Yeah.
bro. So what
I-
rank do you think you would get?
Probably like plat.
Damn.
Probably like plat.
So just
He's
so
talented.
just be Ry next time. Sorry, Tina.
I mean,
No,
if you're
no,
You just gotta be
bronze-
Ry.
I think if you're bronze, silver, whatever, you just got to play the game a shit ton, and you just got to be addicted. So if you have to skip school, just do it. Wait, what?
Mike's,
Cut that. Cut that.
what's some professional coach advice for a bronze 1 player that plays the roles that NRG Tina
Let's
does?
see.
I'm excited for this.
Looks like they play a lot of Senti. Honestly, in this rank, I'd buy Judge like perma.
It's also true.
I feel like you can get pretty far in this game by buying like Judge, Odin, just guns like that, and
So
General
what?
Outlaw. Like
Daznerd cosplay, lock the cipher, use the judge, go for the
Yeah.
long range shots.
Hey, Daznerd's him, bro.
Yeah.
No cap. He's
Didn't
him.
he like make it
Said
far in the
nobody ever.
NRG content event thing?
He got second in the frag race thing.
Wow,
He's him, bro. He's him, bro.
I was in
Trust.
that tournament. I'm not even gonna lie. We've got our next profile. We're stepping up in rank. We're gold 3. May Denless #Rossi. So we got a Ross Boss fan that's in gold 3. Check it out. Tell me what you think about it.
I'm just gonna look at the hours played.
Is that the new
8
gauge?
hours, 30 minutes.
8
Come on, give me a
hours.
break, brother. You gotta. There's no drive there, man.
68% win rate.
Nah, this got to be a Smurf. No, 68% win rate, gold 3, 8 hours played.
You probably found the W duo that I was
What is
talking
Is
about.
that the W duo? That should
That
be the
might
duo
be
for Tina. huh?
Maybe
Omen.
Yo,
these two should
I
do
mean, we
it.
can hook it up. Let us know in the comments.
Omen and Brim main. Gold 3.
Why not just play Clove? Maybe play
then
Clove.
play Clove.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sam loves Clove now
Yeah.
after John's got him on that.
ISO, man.
Right, bro. I gotta
up?
give some feedback, bro.
Oh, trust me. I'll give you a nice
Yeah.
little analysis breakdown of what I think they should do.
You're right. I want to hear
this,
this.
this, this is your esports professional opinion, though, right?
Oh, there's no clip?
no.
Oh, it's just
This is
looking at
all
their
it's just their
stats.
stats.
This
yeah.
is just the raw data.
Yeah, man.
69% headshots.
He's like
Eight-
trying to do
or
math.
body
It's,
count.
8
it's
hours.
Like the meme of
The only math you
shot
see
board
there
of,
is
like,
the
all
only number that
numbers.
matters is 8 hours 30 minutes.
The first thing I notice is, there's a lot of games on Omen. And you see the most recent game, from what it looks like, is on Sova. And Sova, you're dropping kills, you got assists, you're doing your thing,
What a
I don't know
useless
if I don't know if
analysis.
I don't know if Omen's for you, so maybe a different agent.
Damn.
switch up completely.
That's what I think.
Damn,
right.
crazy work.
Me personally.
All right, we're about to
Try
go to
ISO.
the last
Try
profile.
ISO.
Off of the
Dude, yeah,
ISO.
He
ISO,
should
bro.
be
Right,
your guys'
loves
analyst from
ISO,
now
bro.
on. Honestly, Rod, that was
God.
great.
Jesus.
That was great. All right, the last person we got is Cool at CFT Austin on X. Do your worst, my glorious king. I think he's got to be asking you. Glorious king.
think
Oh yeah,
it's-
Ry.
Thanks for Ry.
Ry's the glorious king.
No,
I think that's 4 right.
Okay, here we go. So it's
Look
gonna
right
be
into
two.
the camera
It's
when
gonna
you
be
do
two different screenshots. So just go, just go to the right ones.
I'm not a king nor a
Go
prince.
left.
King Ry.
That's Prince
All
Prince
right, we got
Puja.
Plat 3. 25 wins, 24 losses.
Remember-
So lots of playtime, not a lot of.
Do your worst.
30 hours played. There you go.
What agents?
Sky Harbor Chamber. Wow, everything.
I mean, Sky's a little.
36 matches on
Sky
Sky.
and Harbor.
The next
Yeah,
one is-
Sky and Harbor. Like you're too
no,
supportive.
no.
my dog.
36 matches on Sky, 6 on Harbor. So let's just say Sky.
6 is a lot of Harbor matches for ranked.
Sky main.
That's true, actually,
Sky
that's true.
when you have Teo out there is like not.
I don't. I honestly don't even need to look.
Listen, just
I've
go
heard it all.
Teo and play the post.
Chamber.
Win
I'm
the
good.
round with missiles.
Anytime I get a chamber on my team in comp, I insta lose. Like I just check out. Like I see a chamber lock and I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm good. I'm good.
Sounds like I
Damage
lock in
per
ISO
round,
every
122.
Yeah, I lock in ISO every time.
What's the worst thing that you see on this profile? He's saying it's chamber.
It's chamber.
No, it's just being. Well, I just think Sky
Uh-huh.
main right now when you have options like Teo,
Teo, yeah. Put some
Just
missiles
lost.
on
you
the
might
bag.
as well just go Teo.
Lost
really.
in the past, you know, like
really
just
seen
play
anything
Teo.
good.
The character's broken. Actually, we probably should have said that for everybody. We should have
Yeah,
been
just
like,
play
yo,
Teo, play the
everybody just
post.
pick Teo. What are you guys doing?
Teo, bait your whole team, scan for them, and then play the post.
There it is. The recipe for success.
Yep.
Wait, Mike's is about to go in.
What's the headshot percentage, Mike? Get a count on that.
22%.
It's not
not
terrible.
Bad for
Not
Plat,
terrible.
right?
Yeah.
And they're a Phantom abuser. I like that. I saw that on
I
there.
Rye's gonna say go ISO. Just go ISO.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Go ISO
I'm gonna say go Teo.
and
yo.
don't go chamber.
And don't go chamber.
Yeah, I agree with John. Just put the missiles in the bag every
Yep.
round and then you're good.
Yeah.
Throw a stun down, shoot some missiles. You might
I've
get
seen
some.
enough. I've seen
You
enough.
might get some freebies.
I'm good. Yeah. No. I'm good. I'm good.
Right, we
This
want your
might be
analysis.
Ry's
Right?
profile. What are we talking
my
about?
analysis is
We
literally what
need
I
your
said.
analysis.
It's the,
We don't
it's
just
the
Ry
want
would be
chamber.
100%
Bro, it's
ISO.
chamber, bro. I'm telling
It's not
you.
him.
Oh my goodness. Well, there you have it. That's going to be our op.gg profile reviews. I think we were a lot nicer than what we could have been, which is W from us.
It's too much bad stuff.
We don't need to be
could've-
mean.
We could have gone in.
No, I'm a nice guy.
Like I would
That's
never.
for Rye.
I would
No,
never.
no, just
only
lock
to my
ISO.
teammates.
Yeah.
Don't
only,
listen.
only to Sam.
Don't
Only
listen
to
to
Sam,
anything I
actually.
say
Yeah,
about
only
the
to
game.
Sam. We are going to be playing Who is Lying. 4 people are going to have correct answers. There's going to be 1 imposter in the group, basically, and you're going to find out how it goes. We're all going to be given a question, and we have to decide who's the liar. Some real Among Us stuff, which, by the way, I suck at. Played with you guys for the first time. I was fucking garbage. I mean, dude, this guy Ryan just assassinates
so
me.
good.
My first game ever, bro. Like, okay, great.
Right.
Thanks,
Sorry, bro. I'm
Thanks.
sorry, bro.
He's going to call me out. He's going to know I'm bluffing. I'm terrible at stuff like this, but nevertheless, let's get it cracking, bro.
All right.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
He's in.
Nah, finesse. No, I know. See, I know you're not the imposter, brother.
what?
I know you're not the imposter, bro. Modest. Wait, who's
has
yours?
to be Rye.
Ethan, I can't see yours. Ethan.
Sorry, there you go.
Sam? Bro, it's gotta
Okay,
be
wait.
Rye,
To
bro.
be fair, I was going to put Sam. No cap.
You were gonna put Sam?
That doesn't
Yeah.
matter, but you put Adam, so.
Wait.
Nah, it's gotta be. We had to guess together, right?
Wait.
Yeah.
All right, yo, it's gotta be Rye, bro.
I know Ethan.
You two agreed. Me and
not
Finesse agreed.
I was going to put Sam. That was
Wait,
my first
I'm
pick,
so
and I chose Adam.
confused
I don't know why.
you guys
can we
put this
all-
person.
It just
I'm
it
same
looks
as you.
bad
It
because
has to be you,
okay,
bro.
okay, it
It
looks
has to be
bad.
him.
Okay, it looks bad because you guys both have the same answers. It's like but
Yeah,
like,
it also looked bad when I got assassinated
But
in Among
what-
Us. I just don't trust you, bro. I have PTSD, my brother.
okay, but what is the difference? Like if I would have put Sam, you
Wait,
know
it
what I
could
mean?
be. It could be me.
Huh?
It could be me.
Well, it could be anyone now. I'm stumped. I don't even know if it's me.
I just
so.
can't. I just don't understand why you guys put.
I'm just saying, like,
in.
you, but-
For my
you
question.
wouldn't want to
Wait.
actually.
we all get the
Actually,
same
now I'm
question
thinking,
except
why
one
would
guy?
you want to be there with Sam?
Except one person.
Why would you want to be there with Sam though?
What?
Because Sam knows
Beware.
how to fish.
Why would you?
Oh,
It's Rye,
Yo,
bro.
what do you mean beware?
Well, I was just seeing.
Okay, it's Ethan.
It's Ethan, bro. It's
Wait,
Ethan, bro.
I was just seeing if I could catch him. I know what the question
Would you?
is.
But would you
you
actually?
don't.
Wait, so why do you
Rye,
pick
Would you
your
actually
guy?
want to be there with
I did
Mata?
because he can fish.
beware.
You didn't even say that.
Like did because he can fish.
But you didn't say that.
Okay, what's your
Yo,
reason?
did you hear that? Yo, Pujan, did you hear what he just said?
Huge.
All I'm saying is, I would definitely want to be there with DGZ.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What? He's accustomed to the warm
I'm on the same
already,
page as
bro.
Ethan, so.
This
Why'd
guy
you pick
hasn't said a
Adam?
word.
Why'd you
I
pick
think
Adam?
it's Mike.
You
Why'd
know
you pick
what?
Adam?
Why, yeah, wait, why
I
have you
think
been
it's
so
Ethan.
quiet?
Why'd you pick
I
Adam?
just said it's the same as Ethan.
Why?
We have
Why?
the exact same reason.
But
Good
you would
guy.
actually want to be
What?
there with Sam?
He's a good
Yeah,
A
guy.
good guy would not
fish.
help you in this situation.
Like, but why?
Absolutely.
Like, why would you want to be there with Sam?
what's your
Because he
situation?
knows how to fish.
I can't speak on the situation.
What is your reasoning? Like, why would you want to be there with
Because
Sam?
he can feed me with this fish that he's
All
got.
right, it's gotta be right. It's gotta be right. It's
What?
Why
gotta
would
be-
you want to be?
Wait, is it
Bro,
Pujan?
he's literally 6'7". What are you saying?
Why does that matter?
Yeah, but why does that matter?
Just got long, long arms, long strokes and shit.
It's
like,
right, bro.
you know?
It's right. It's so
Okay, it's
right,
right.
bro. All right.
It's right.
All right, I'm voting. I think
I'm
we're
voting Rye
Rye.
off the-
We're
Why would
voting
you-
Rye
off the spaceship.
Off
For
the
what?
boat.
Send him out the airlock.
To fish, dude, you know? Spearfishing, all sorts of shit.
All right.
I knew when
so
Rye
dumb.
said I put Adam, but I meant Sam.
Yeah.
He was just
No,
fine.
but that's
Oh,
fun. But my
shit.
question, who's the most underrated VCT player? Like, I could have done Sam too. Like, that's what I was saying.
That, I mean, that's pretty. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Solid, yeah.
But
So
when
you
I
were-
but
so
when I
you were
saw
on
you guys
par.
literally fucking have the same answers, I'm like, what do I do?
I
Like
know.
that's fucked.
Dude, it's kind of crazy.
That's
me.
fucked.
sir.
I was thinking of Brazilian players, and I look at DG's in, and I'm like, he's alpha. Like
No, he
he's
is.
gonna carry me.
Destroying
He's
everything
gonna carry
inside.
me. Yeah, for sure. All right, what's next? You sent it.
This is an easy one for me.
Ooh, I gotta think about this.
I didn't have to think at
I
all.
don't know what to put. This
Ooh,
one.
We know who you're
there's
putting.
so
There's-
many options.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Boom.
Kung Pao chicken.
Yes, sir.
Mac and cheese pasta raisin.
What do you write, Ethan?
I wrote
One of these are
Pizza
not
rolls.
the same. Raisins is not the same, bro. We got hearty things in here, you know.
I have a lot of things to say. I won't say it though.
I mean, you're Italian, right?
what?
Let me make sure the question's.
Yeah, no. Why don't
Pasta.
you make sure?
Pat.
Oh, yeah.
What are you thinking right now, bro? Tell us your
Some
thoughts.
crazy shit.
You're eyeing something down.
Raisins.
That was your favorite?
Raisins, bro.
Raisins. Can we not? Should we get them out now or?
Yeah, right.
You like? Do you like raisins or not?
Yeah.
Okay, like a lot.
Yeah.
Really? Like right now?
I mean, right
Like right now, would you like eat raisins?
I would destroy.
Like this, like cereal type stuff or what? Bro?
And what's your
Kung Pao
chicken.
chicken, man. That's that's.
Oh, you just love Kung Pao chicken.
surely.
Yo, I go to any Chinese place, Kung Pao chicken,
I'm like a
easy.
snack guy.
If you could order anything, would it be Kung Pao chicken?
Yes, from a Chinese
No,
place.
no,
Yes.
just in general.
Back in the day, yeah.
Back in the day.
Kung Pao chicken was my go-to.
I don't know.
It's
got to be raisins. There's just no way.
I love raisins.
What about you, Mike? What influenced?
what's up with the mac and cheese,
Yeah,
bro?
what influenced your answer? I'm
'Cause
curious.
I was a kid, bro. Like, I just want mac and cheese.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
that
adding
different
up.
from
That's
pasta.
adding up. I'm not gonna cap. It is adding up.
I mean, it just this doesn't sound convincing.
You
I
and
don't
pasta
know.
go hand in
me,
hand. Like I know
me
that.
personally, as an adult, I'm never eating raisins.
Yeah, but just you.
You don't even like pasta.
Even as a kid, I'm not eating raisins. Are you?
I kind
Okay, I know it's not you. I don't know.
You guys trying to get on my side? We
No,
know
no,
it's
no, no,
him.
no.
We know it's
I
It's
him.
just
him. It's
know.
him. It's him, bro.
Can we-
I've seen this interaction before, bro.
Shall we take a vote?
I've seen this.
Shall
interaction.
we
Here we
take
go,
a
right?
vote?
So guys,
It's gotta
guys,
be
vote who you
Pujan.
think it is.
All right, just vote me out then.
It's gotta be.
I think it's Pujan.
All right.
I'm literally.
I'm just voting who I think it is. It's
Who?
John.
Yeah,
Yeah, Pujan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
definitely.
John.
Mike?
Definitely.
it's John. All right.
Definitely.
Yeah. What?
Absolutely disgusting.
Raisins. He's sit there and lie and say he loves raisins, bro. Yeah.
Wait, bro. Yo, you were doing a good job though. Actually,
That's pretty good.
so
When
cool.
you're like, yeah, I fucking love them. Yeah, yeah. When I was young, for sure, bro.
No, because everything sounded good, so I was like, it's gotta be one. Thing.
Insane.
No, that was good from you though. That was good. Ooh.
Just give us like a math equation.
What?
Ooh.
I'm ready.
Why were you looking like that, bro?
I'm
You was
ready,
looking so
I'm ready.
sus, bro.
I'm ready, bro. I'm
What
ready,
is
bro.
that? All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Boom.
What?
All right. Well, it's not John.
Oh.
What is that? What is your
That's Rocket
say?
Legu.
Rocket Legu. Rocket Legu, bro.
Hey, John, what'd you write?
Overwatch
Wait,
2,
they have
Rocket League,
they have a
3,
competitive
Fortnite.
name for that?
Bro, I'm telling you.
Oh, Rocket League. I thought you said something else.
Are you high?
I couldn't see. And also, what does that say?
Wait, why that game?
It's just a good game.
What?
Solid game.
But like, what's your favorite part about it though?
About this game,
Yeah.
That one right there that you have.
Like, why would you?
I like that you can. It's just, bro. Honestly,
It's fucking sick.
no. What,
Why are you choking on the first question?
and bro?
What do you like about it?
It's tough. It's tough. It's hard to say that I can or can't like something about it. I don't know. You
All
know,
I'm saying is like, I go where the money is.
Okay, well,
Straight
the
up.
money is not
I
there.
go as to what I enjoy the most right now, like in terms of FPS, and I've played FPS before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
that's
why I
fair.
said it wasn't you. I know you like that game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but why are you picking Fortnite?
I used to play this game. What do you mean?
Okay.
Why not
yeah.
like Rocket League?
Because I'm ass at that game. I'm
Oh, so you're
very.
really-
Mike's
You're
like,
really
why-
good at
why-
Fortnite?
Why Rocket League?
Yeah. Why Rocket League, bro?
I feel like a lot of the esports or competitive games, there's usually like a really high like learning curve, like to get into them, like mechanics wise.
I was saying because the
That
money.
answer, man.
Yeah,
I was
dude,
saying-
see, we think the
These
same.
guys make a
though.
lot of
we-
money over
we
there.
think the same. So
I can't say the same about that game though.
I know. But
I don't even think is there
No,
a
he
league
said
in
he
that game?
enjoyed
It's
it.
like-
He enjoys it.
You like it though.
But you got,
I
but so you
enjoy it,
enjoy
yeah.
Fortnite and you enjoy Overwatch too.
He can't even name a thing he likes about the game.
Well, I thought it was a trick question, but I don't know if it is or not.
Okay, so why do you like the game?
You thought it was a trick
Why
question?
did you choose
It's
that
unique.
game?
Wait,
It's
he
very
thought
unique.
Wait, hold on. He thought it was a trick question.
Wait, why
What?
did you? Choose,
How is that possible?
Why did you choose that game over all the other games?
I
Like-
like the game. I enjoy the game. I enjoy watching the game. Competitively, I like watching the game.
You watch Fortnite?
Yeah, I actually was watching it today.
It's just right.
Damn.
Fuck, I mean that could just be true. Like
it's
he could
just
just like
fucking
Fortnite.
right.
Damn.
He doesn't even know what happens in this game. He just
I
likes watching
have.
it.
They have Fortnite listed as well, but somehow
But
my
Well,
different
you're
answer.
just being
reasons.
weird.
Huh?
How
How?
much did you play Fortnite?
A lot.
And you
But
couldn't-
like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Is for different reasons?
What do you mean? What's for different reasons?
Like what were you trying to say that like you like Fortnite for different reasons than me and Ethan? Though?
No, I'm saying you guys said that's where the money is, but is that accurate?
yes. They
Yeah,
make
bro.
bread.
Name a person that played Fortnite that didn't make like $1 million.
Yeah.
Wait, that's on me, bro. My
Pretty true.
bad.
No, it's pretty
Yo,
true.
my
That's pretty
bad,
true.
bro.
Yeah, it's pretty
My
true.
bad, bro. I should have disclosed more info.
Overwatch 2, huh? That's like if not Valorant, like that's the game.
I mean, I've already played CS.
That's true.
You know,
That's true. That is another like,
like
kind
what
of
other,
that's basically
like what
Valorant.
else is there?
But could you
Dota.
handle? But like, could you even handle doing something like that though? Like,
No, I wouldn't. But I'm answering the question that was asked.
Yeah.
Like
Why?
if I had to gun to my head, what would I do?
yeah,
Yeah.
That's the game I would pick.
yeah, okay. Wow,
So
Why that one?
that's
over,
pretty.
like-
That's a pretty bold statement.
Would you go to that
That's-
or Counter Strike?
CS2?
Yeah.
I don't think I play CS2. It just looks terrible.
Let's just say you could be at the top no matter what. What
Yeah.
game would you
Oh,
play?
like by default?
Yeah. If you could just be the best at any game, what would it be?
I mean, this would be a fun game to be best at as well.
It is true. Yeah, I mean, it was.
I mean,
it was fun. To
probably
be the best
try
at that.
again, honestly, but
I'm just
I'm
gonna go with Ry.
I'm going Ry.
I'll go right.
I'm going Ry.
What was your question?
Why are you
Ry?
going with me? Why are you just agreeing?
We've been
Actually,
grilling you this entire
John,
time,
bro.
and you're being
That's
weird.
not-
Bro,
Bro,
am I the
like,
only
no,
other?
it's
not,
Okay,
it's not.
Right, why that
I don't
game?
think. Okay, wait, listen. Wait, Ethan. I don't think.
He's stuck on why?
No, I don't think it's John because like
Oh wait, he's doing. I
No,
did
no,
this
No,
last
not this
game.
again, bro.
I did
No, Ry.
John,
I'm not on your
as
side.
soon
Trying
as-
to team with you.
Ry.
John.
Ry, I don't want to
As
be on your side.
soon as I saw
Ry.
your
He's trying to team
your
with him,
whiteboard
bro.
flip and I saw Overwatch 2, I was like, yeah, it's not him. That was my dead on it. Like,
Anyways,
Wait.
let's move on. It's just Ry.
it's not me, bro. If it's not me, that's all I'm gonna say. It's not me. Why is it not Babybay or Ethan? They have the same answer.
Why
as
would
me.
it be me?
Because we
though?
have the same like.
Yeah,
They
you
said
stole
money
this.
and
You
so.
stole his
say,
answer.
Yeah, I will say I was the one that said it first.
Yeah, and now
Alright,
I know
this-
now he's trying to
I
side
don't
with
think
you,
I
bro.
am.
That's what
You know
I'm
what's
saying.
funny? I was actually thinking that for like the last like 10 minutes, like low key.
Yeah,
So why
it's
did you
just
pick
Ethan.
that game over all the other ones?
Because this has the highest money at the highest level.
But
It's
that's
not
what I
true.
said, though. But that's what I
not
said.
true.
Okay, all right,
yeah,
Ry.
pick Ry.
We're going Ry.
It was John.
I knew
Mike.
it.
It's
I knew
Mike.
it.
Wait, you
I
gave
knew
such
it.
a good reason
No
for
way
it.
he
though.
had a good read, bro. We should have known by the way he spelled that shit, bro. What the fuck are we doing? It's not even a game.
What was his question?
Damn. Wait, does NRG have a Rocket League team? Does it NRG have a Rocket League team, bro? Mike's just went in.
Rocket League sounds like a fun ass game to go pro in.
Bro,
Right, quit throwing
have you
shit,
played
bro.
Rocket League? It's fun as shit. All right, now we're gonna be moving to our live fan segment where we answer questions from our fans. Let's get straight to it, yo.
Hi, NRG. First off, congratulations on your most recent win against Furia. Second off, my question is one that's been floating around in the community, and I hope it's okay to ask, but it sounds like FNS, you might be retiring after this year, and Sam, you might be going with him. Totally understand why at this point in your careers. Do what makes sense for you guys. But I was just curious, do you feel like that impacts the team at all with your synergy, your mental? Do you feel like you got to go out with a bang because this might be your last year? I'd just love to hear more about that. Thank you so much for your time.
Sam already
Alright.
left. Where's Sam?
Yeah, John, do you want to go out with a bang?
Where are you going?
You want to go out with Bang?
No, first of all, I don't think anybody cares on the team because, like, I was pretty honest about it. If I wasn't honest about it, I think it's pretty obvious anyway that I plan on streaming going forward, like after this year's over. And I think also because of how long I've competed, I've also competed alongside Ethan before. Like, I think it doesn't change the fact that I'm going to give everything that I have, regardless if it was my first year or my last. So I don't think, personally, I don't think it's impacted the team at all. And not one person has ever even brought it up as like a thing that that affects them negatively or anything. But truthfully, like, I'm not in people's heads. I don't know for sure, but I don't think that it impacts anybody. I think it's always better to be honest. And as far as Sam goes, he might still play. Who knows? But I truly don't. Like, I know I'm not, but he might still play next year. I have no idea. But yeah. Also, thank you for the question.
Hi NRG, my name is Hoppa. Thank you so much for having me back to ask some more questions. So firstly, congratulations on beating Furia in the most recent VCT Americas. My question actually kind of pertains to that. So right before beating Furia, you guys had lost to Cloud9 1-2 playing Lotus, Fracture, and Pearl. And then immediately after that, you beat Furia on those same exact maps, but in a super dominant fashion. So my question is, what happened between those two matches? Like, what did you take away from that Cloud9 match that helped you come out on top playing against Furia?
You want to take this one?
Sure. I think our team, one of our best characteristics is definitely like both quick and well thought out problem solving. So I think that helps a lot after like a really tough loss, like against Cloud9, for example. And I think it's pretty obvious like how well we fixed our issues going into the Furia game. So I think that's probably the biggest thing I can attest to how those score lines changed.
I agree.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I have another question. This one's kind of silly, but if you were a vegetable, like any vegetable in the world, what would you be and why?
Oh my god, I've thought about this before.
Ry, you gotta answer this one,
I
bro.
don't fucking know.
I got it.
I gotta know your answer, bro.
Here, I'll start it. I want to be a pineapple.
That's not a vegetable.
Is it not?
That's a fruit,
That's a fruit.
bro.
Oh, that's the question I thought about before. Fuck, bro, I have to rethink about it.
What?
Sorry, I had a whole.
I am a vegetable.
I had a whole reason, bro. All right, let me
long
think.
day of scrims.
Let me
we
think.
would
Do
wrap
you want to
up
know
the
my reason though?
podcast.
Yeah.
It's like a porcupine.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
so you're
hard to get
protected.
into.
You got a nice little shell.
Yeah. But now I have to rethink about my answers.
I'm gonna go with cucumber for like literally.
That's
no
actually
reason.
a fruit.
It's the only vegetable I can think of.
I knew you were gonna say cucumber. I don't know
Why?
why.
Why? Would,
I don't know.
What do you mean,
bro?
you
Like I
always-
feel like
Why is it that it's the only vegetable I can think of?
That's just hindsight.
Dude, same. No, that I literally couldn't think of another vegetable.
That's my answer.
Tomato, maybe. I guess. I don't know.
Oh,
What is
shit.
happening?
Wait,
Wait,
why?
tomato's a fruit, isn't it? Or no?
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
fruit.
Right? Tomato's a
Oh,
fruit.
It's a
Fuck.
fruit.
Tomato.
You keep
bro.
guessing, bro.
Avocado?
Good.
That a fruit?
That's solid, bro.
Why?
Fruit?
I don't know.
It's not a fruit.
Bro, I need to go back to
It's a
Avocado is
vegetable,
not
bro.
a
sixth
fruit,
grade, bro.
Yeah, Mike, what about you? Oh, Ethan, you got it.
No.
I'm going onion.
Guy eats fruits every day.
An
Yeah.
onion.
I was
it
thinking
onion?
about an onion, like multiple layers type shit.
Ooh,
I just like
Damn.
every food with onion.
I actually agree with that, but that's not gonna be my answer. Go ahead.
What's your answer? I need more time.
Yeah, you need more time. Eggplant.
Whoa, buddy.
Dog.
Whoa.
Dog.
You win, bro.
Baby's a demon.
You win, bro.
Baby's a demon.
Jesus.
That's his. We did,
Eggplant.
wait, is this imposter? Did someone ask what his favorite emoji was? Like, what's going on here, bro? Holy fuck.
You guys got me.
Yeah.
I just want to be a potato. Sweet potato to be specific.
Ooh, sweet potatoes
Because
are fire.
they're delicious no matter how they look on the outside.
Word.
Wow.
Perfect. Wow.
That's what's up.
That's quote of the day.
Wait, Ryan, what'd you say?
Be a sweet potato.
I think I didn't. I don't know. I forget.
Gotta pick one, bro.
Oh, you said cute? That was John.
No, it's John. Yeah, and then I said avocado, and I think
avocado.
that's a fruit.
Is avocado a fruit?
Isn't
No
it?
way.
No.
Bro, I think there's
There's
like the
no
two.
way.
Because it has a pit, it's a fruit.
I don't.
Maybe.
No,
I don't know how that works.
Fruit. Yeah.
You
I'm
suck.
telling you. I'm
Suck.
telling
Pick
you.
a
You learn
vegetable.
something new every day.
Fuck. Yeah. Peruvian puff pepper.
Why?
Wow.
Peruvian.
Yeah.
Peruvian.
Why not just a regular?
He wants a little culture in there, huh?
Because they're spicy, John. They have
I
great
got you, I
flavor.
got you.
You add that to
I got
anything
you.
you eat, and it's like wow.
So
you
we
know,
have an
I'm
eggplant,
yeah,
an
but,
onion.
But I'm gonna bring the flavor. You know, like I'm gonna bring the flavor.
Could we? Actually, could we make a dish out of all of our
I think
vegetables?
we can.
Is that Brock?
Yo, Brock.
Hey, you're back,
Yo,
bro.
come
Back.
to the pod,
Special
bro.
guest.
Welcome back, bro. We're waiting for you,
guest.
actually.
Dude.
Look at this guy trying to play ranked.
That guy.
Look at this guy trying to play ranked and shit. That's crazy.
We have another question.
Hello, my question for the NRG VALORANT team is what is one comp that you would love to run in a professional game, but you know you would never get the opportunity to?
What was the first part? What comp?
What comp we would run?
I would like to run a comp where all the agents are synced color-wise.
Like a blue or red comp?
Yeah. So like Vise, Fade, Omen,
ISO.
ISO,
Wow.
and like
You say-
who's another blue
You
guy?
say Yoru already?
Oh, and Yoru.
Ooh.
Like a full color, like nice color scheme, because it would just look insane on agent select.
That's
fire.
actually like is that not the Haven comp? That people, oh no, people are running Tejo, right?
Yeah.
That's fire though.
All right.
Damn. I would do only flashes.
Only flash.
I was thinking that
Can we
too.
try
Just
that?
Rush everything.
Can we try that blue comp like next match?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You can run
You
that.
can
Peruvian
play.
puff pepper for sure. Jesus.
You gonna come and sub in, bro?
That would be something.
What about you, Bikes?
I was thinking flash comp as well. I would do like Omen, Yoru, who has more KO.
Sky. Ooh, or KO.
I think we-
Phoenix.
Phoenix. What's another annoying flash? Breach is an annoying flash.
That's not annoying.
Sky?
Everyone
Maybe
turns
Sky.
that.
Guy or
Fake
So you have
flash.
controller.
Gecko Flash is annoying.
Ooh.
Gecko
oh,
Flash is
Gecko would
annoying
be
paired up,
insane.
right?
Yeah,
Paired
yeah,
up.
Is Phoenix better than Reyna? Because
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, we'll run
That's
double
the play.
duelist, double Nish.
Smoke.
I guess Vice has a flash too, but that flash is kind of.
Nah.
That's what's
What
up.
about you, Ray?
ISO,
Five
ISO,
ISOs.
ISO,
Five
ISO,
ISOs.
ISO.
5 ISOs.
I think 5 ISOs.
like the same fucking person.
No, I just knew exactly what he was gonna say. It's so obvious.
Yeah, five ISOs would hit, bro.
All right.
Yeah, that should be fire. What about you?
Just
Andre?
getting fucking 4 vulnerables thrown at you off rip.
Yeah,
And
bro.
then one pops
I think
out.
you just died. You're like 1 health actually.
I'm going Omen, Waylay, Yoru, Jet. No, sorry, not Jet. Neon. That's 4, right?
That's 4.
And
You
then
need one
Vice.
Like an Overwatch comp.
Just brute force. Like, just chaos everywhere, bro. And
That
then,
sounds
like,
good.
some Sentinel utility.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sprinkle it in.
Fill the gaps.
Yeah, on the defense. Otherwise, you're just screwed pushing every round. Don't know how well that would work, bro. All right, that's it for the live fan segment. And honestly, that's a wrap on the pod. I mean, yo, thank you guys again. I know it's been a long day of scrims. I had the riot shoot going through. So, yeah, this is another episode of Off Script, the official NRG VALORANT podcast, sponsored by Spectrum, of course. Don't forget to drop some comments down below. We'll be picking 3 winners to win an NRG trucker hat signed by Ry.
Nope.
Let's go.
Signed by
bro.
And a
FNS.
free Peruvian
Hanko.
puff pepper.
All right.
He's going to sign it like that. So, yeah, thank you guys so much. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out.